sorry, what? Are we promoting AI right now? What? Come again? We have promotion of AI, flat earth jokes. What's next? I love a good violin track though, I really do. They're making fart jokes. This is where we are as a society. I can't even find my, where's my window capture? Is that it? Okay, cool. Hi, welcome friends and gamers. We're watching the, I'm muting you. I just got home from work. We're watching the PC Gaming Show Most Wanted, Game Awards 2025 edition, all that jazz. Thank you so much to the teams over at Streamers Connected and PC Gamer for having me as a co-streamer, all that jazz. I didn't know there was gonna be a pre-show, and so I was scrolling on Tumblr. Yeah, so we're here. Megabonk, I still haven't played Megabonk. There's like a whole thing there. We've talked about Megabonk, but we're here. They're doing a whole like space utopia bit, which I don't love, but we're here. I was fully scrolling on Tumblr though. I was just gonna wait for because there was a countdown, and I was like, oh cool, I don't have to do anything until the countdown's done. I had like 20 minutes, and then at the like 16-minute mark, they started streaming. We're talking about roguelites because we have Balatro, and they showed I think Ball X Pit as well as Megabonk. I can't. Yeah, Megabonk. Ball X Pit, Balatro, Vampire Survivors. That's probably my fave. Yeah, Vampire Survivors. Hell yeah. So this is PC Gamer's Most Wanted, so it's upcoming games going into usually 2026. I'm not as interested in their whole like space utopia concept they have going on, but more so the games. Because I literally just got here. Like, I just got here, so I'm like kind of sitting here like, huh? What's happening? What are we doing? Trend watch. Oh, talking about the promo for Chinese studios. Yeah, that's cool. Wukong. Yeah, so what else are they going to use it as an example? Marvel Rivals. Yeah, that's technically also a Chinese game because NetEase is a Chinese studio. Wuchang. I wanted to play like all of these. Not Marvel Rivals. I'm not a Marvel Rivals type girly. But I do have to say the character designs for Wuchang look great. I don't think they're actually going to show us any new games right now, though. I think we're just talking about like honorable mentions. These games came out year. I'm sorry, what? Are we promoting AI right now? What? Come again? I'm sorry, what? Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Don't like that. Oh, okay, now we're making not a flat earther joke. Oh my god. Because it's like we're on a ring world. Space utopia ring world. And I thought it was like, oh great, we're making Unreal Engine 5 jokes. And then they hit me with a flat earther joke, but it's like a flat ring joke. I'm losing my mind. We have promotion of AI, flat earth jokes. What's next? What's next? I'm too sick for this. I'm getting over a cold right now. I'm too sick for this. Blasting the air conditioning and taking a nap. Yes, that is one of my favorite pastimes. I don't know what the context of that is, but that is a favorite pastime of mine. New game trailers. Cool. So this is probably really where the most, not the most wanted, but the pre-show honorable mentions. Survivors like. Okay, I feel like, have I played this? This looks familiar, but like I've played a lot of things this year. This looks very familiar though, but I do be liking a Survivors like, so it could be any. I think no, I think I might know what this is. I couldn't tell you right now though. Watch it be something I didn't even, like something totally out of left field. Music hits though. I love a good violin track though, I really do. Pretty Vampire Lady is also a plus. That is also a plus. Skill tree! That is a large skill tree. I love a big skill tree. Skill trees are fun because they're just so satisfying when you unlock more nodes on them. I don't like theorize about it or anything. I just unlock things like one by one, like in an order. But I love unlocking a skill tree. It's so satisfying when you have the whole thing unlocked. Night Swarm, no. Now available. Okay, so this is already out. This was like completely out of left field. Okay, write that down, write that down. Who's writing it down? Me, who's editing this video, write that down. Night Swarm. What, we have Intergalactic Spies? The games looked familiar. The year for remasters. Okay, yeah, that was a big thing in 2025, a lot of remasters. So we had the Elder Scrolls remaster. I don't know what that second one was. It makes sense though, because there's been like a lot, like they even said like to bring these games up to modern day standards. So like it makes sense to a certain degree. But it gets to a point where it's like, what point do we just call it a cash grab and move on? You know, like there is that to think about as well. But Spider-Man remastered, it makes sense. This is from 2022, by the way. I don't feel like this is a good example. There was a bunch of other remasters released in 2025. I don't know why we're bringing up one from 2022. But the thing with remasters is that we're seeing so many of them, not to like, because corporations want to bring their game up to speed with like current day graphics, but mostly because it's not even because one example they use is replaying games from your childhood, but I don't even think that's the reason. It's just because studios know that there's a guaranteed audience for these games if it's a remaster, because like people are going to want to replay it or whatever. And that's why we're seeing so many remasters, because it's like a guaranteed hit. Usually, sometimes remasters don't hit, but obviously the teams working on these remasters care about it a lot and are very passionate about it. But from a studio standpoint, it's generally because they know there's a guaranteed audience for it. It's why there's been so many sequels in like movie industries and stuff. It's like using an IP that already exists for your media it guarantees that there's going to be some amount of audience when it releases, and that's why we're seeing so many, not just in games but in TV as well. It's like, how many like adaptations have you seen that could have been its own thing without it needing to be marketed as an adaptation, and it would have been better if it wasn't an adaptation, but they wanted the guaranteed audience of an adaptation, you know? Like, what the heck is going on in Roblox? Roblox generation. See, this being a trend for 2025, I don't think it is. I think the quote-unquote Roblox generation trend probably would have been like 2022 to 24, maybe even 2020, go back that far. But I feel like, yeah, this is 2018 that they're showing here. This game mode is 2018. 2017 as well. I feel like 2020 to 2024 was like, if anything, I would say Roblox is kind of on the out this year. For clear, obvious reasons. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding Roblox. Like, obviously people are still playing Roblox, but I feel like in terms of it being a trend, it's kind of on the way out. Are we going to bag on all these trends? Maybe. I think I got turned off by the mention of AI like less than 5 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, we're going in. It's just so interesting to hear people talking about like, oh, Roblox is a huge trend when it really isn't anymore. I feel like it's on the way out. And I'll say it again. Yes, it's still like, they showed a level from 2020, but all of these are like, 2020 was the latest one. It's 2025. If it was a trend in 2020, that doesn't mean it's a trend in 20, you know, like I'm very curious about why they picked that. Because also Roblox has had quite a fair share of controversy this year, and none of it's been, controversy's generally bad. There's some bad things that have come about Roblox this year, so I don't know why we're like hyping it up like it's like the pinnacle of gaming right now. Screens on everything. Okay, interesting trend. I don't fully know what that means. I guess, okay, so it's screens on like PC parts, but that's also been a thing for a while, but I guess it's more common now. Like the coolant thing with the screen, I've seen that for my current PC, like my base PC. I've upgraded parts since I got in like 2020, either mid 2020 or to like early 2021. So also, yes, I did see the Rickroll. And there was like a ton of things with screens on them. These trends just feel dated. Does this make sense? Because, and I'm going to keep lowering it so I can talk over it. These trends that they're going on about feel like they're getting more and more dated, because the screen thing, I feel like, I will say that feels a little bit more current than Roblox as a trend. But the screens in PC thing, maybe it's just because I'm more like cued in on that stuff, I've been seeing for years, I feel like. Because like I bought my initial PC and everything in 2021. Let's just say 2021, the latest. And I feel like there was like already screens and everything. And I was like, no, I just want the parts. It's literally going under my desk. I don't need it to be all fancy. Personally though, I don't think everything needs a screen, especially your PC. If it's like on your desk and like PC building is a hobby of yours, then that makes sense to have a screen, because it's like you really are, it's like a hobby more so than it being like it's a tech element. But if it's your hobby, spending a little bit more money on your hobby and having this really pretty PC tower makes sense. But if you're just putting it under your desk, or like it's not visible that much, then I don't think you need the screen on your PC parts. But I mean, we're also seeing it with like cars. Like my car is from 2016 and it has a screen that like barely works, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. Whereas my sister has a car from I think 2020, and it literally, there's a whole iPad in there. Like, you don't need that. You're gonna get in an accident. All right, what's our next game trailer? We have a game trailer now. Yippee! Oh, it's Warner Bros. Atari. Interesting. This is like a boomer shooter, yeah? I'm not a big fan of boomer shooters personally, but I can get with certain ones. This one doesn't look like up my alley, which is fine. Not every game has to be a hit. Maro? Is that what that is? I can't read it. I'm really bad at reading stylized titles. Is it Maro or Death Wish? I can't tell. I'm probably gonna skip it anyways. It's just not my thing. New HD cutscenes. So this is a re-release of something. We just went on about the year of remasters, and this itself is a remaster. On the online multiplayer, I feel like that's also something we're seeing with remasters, is they're remaking it to add multiplayer elements, and I feel like that's cool. That's a really, if you're gonna go about doing a remaster, that's a cool thing to add to it. But I feel like if you don't need to add anything to it, this is also Blood Refresh Supply. That's the name of the game. But if you don't have anything to add to a remaster, I feel like you're better off just like, well, I guess a remaster is just a re-release. Like, if you don't have anything to add, don't make like, I can't word it properly, but you know, like if you don't have anything to add to the game feature-wise, just do like a PC re-release, you know, which would technically be a remaster. But you see certain games like they don't have anything to add and they'll like release like a new version you know, like this is an argument that's been going on. It's like, do you want like all these new feature things? And it's like, not necessarily. We just want it. Like, honestly, truly, like the concept of Bloodborne on PC Like that, just release it. We don't need anything extra. Just release it as is. No new features, no updated graphics, just release it. This is our space utopia though. I also think the utopia concept immediately listen, I don't like a utopia. Utopias are not all they're cracked up to be. We've been over this. And in theory, the concept of utopia is great, but in actually executing a utopia, we do not live in a perfect world. Everyone's utopia is going to be subjective, so there is no possible way to do a utopia. Someone's always going to be exploited or suffering. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about utopias. I don't know what's happening. Should we do our nails? I'm not gonna do my nails. We did our nails during Golden Joystick and it was a train wreck and a half. We're not doing it again. They're making fart jokes. I'm like 3 minutes in. This is where we are as a society. Is it game time? Happy for gaming. There is a Steam page for the show. We might want to do it really quick at the end. I'm thinking about adding this to all of our reactions this year. A quick Steam dive at the end, just to make sure and see what titles are using AI, because this is an ongoing thing and I will not play an AI game. Looks really cool though immediately. It's a world premiere. But I think we'll do a really quick Steam dive, just like really quickly go over the titles at the very end on the Steam page, just to see and make sure nothing has that AI disclosure, because we don't want that. This looks really cool though. I don't know what this is, but this looks really good. This is how you start a show. Okay, we can turn it louder now because we're actually watching. I'm not just talking over it. Ooh. The graphics are also really nice. It's not like, it's like high quality, high fidelity, but not too high fidelity, if that makes sense. Oh my God, I have to mute. It's, they had the song on screen. I think it was Yuzuki by Alia. But I have to mute. I don't want to get copyrighted on that, but song hits. This looks so cool. Oh my gosh. Actually, I think I have this song on my Spotify. I'm not even gonna lie. I know I have Alia songs, but I don't know what this is. Obviously, it's a world premiere, but this is so cool. Space samurai game. I was not on my bingo card, but I feel like I'm surprised it took us this long to get one. Soul Shogunate. So like sun. Okay, that's the art. That key art is really cool. Ooh, that key art is cool. All right, I'm sold. As long as it doesn't have AI, I'm sold. Management sim? What a switch up. I mean, we're still in space. Substructure, I would assume the name of the game is, because it said it right there. Space farming sim. Wait, obviously it's also like a automation sim because it's in space. And I want to point out the editing on the trailer, because whenever they have like something that snaps on or whatever, it goes to the music, and it's a small thing, but it's so satisfying. I love the music here. The graphics are a little bit, how to say, I guess they're a little bit more higher fidelity that I prefer in my management sims, because I like something like pixel graphic cozy type deal, but it's not gonna stop me from playing it. Like when I have like little, coming soon, substructure. That looks awesome. It looks probably like it's indie as well, which we love an indie. Indie supremacy. Now, what are you? This is definitely not indie. If it is an indie, I'll be impressed. I feel like I might know what this is. I have a inkling of what this could be, and also I'm ready to mute if we must. Maybe not though. Okay, it's not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be, there's like that one like fighting game, like third person punchy type game that's made by like one guy from Southeast Asia, and that's what I thought it was gonna be for a second. Because I was like, I think I might know. No, it's because it has cars. It seems like a similar vibe though, but with cars, if that makes sense. But I would assume it's not made by one singular guy from Southeast Asia, you know, like it's probably made by a team. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Carmageddon Rogue Shift. I feel like I've heard of this, but it's not for me. Early 2026 release on that one, but it's not for me. I'm not a driving game girly. I'm not good at driving IRL or in game. Although I am better than most people on the road nowadays. Some people don't know how to drive. It's a reboot. Carmageddon reboot. Okay, that's why I've heard of it. Okay. Rogue Shift. I feel like that was shown off at Golden Joystick or something. Because I was like, what is this? What's going on? At least they're making fun of the utopia. Like they keep going with the space utopia concept, but they're making fun of it now. So I gotta give you that one. If you're gonna do a utopia thing, at least make fun of it. That's it. If you're gonna make a utopia thing and you're not going to talk about why utopias are bad, at least make fun of it. It's close enough. They do have a web page post for like a web page link for the games as well. Reanimal. Okay, so Reanimal we have talked about. Reanimal was at I think Summer Game Fest as well as Endix recently, so I have talked about Reanimal a lot. I believe a demo is currently available. Yeah, so it's from the creators of Little Nightmares. It was at Gamescom as well. Okay, that makes sense. They do make note of it being multiplayer, but I will mention that on the Steam page it does say it does list it as a single player game as well. Like it should be able to be played that way. But I would like to touch on the demo, but have not gotten to it. So we'll see. We might do a collective winter run of demo dives because I have stuff from Endix. I have stuff obviously with this whole run of Game Awards trailers and stuff, we're going to get a lot of stuff, but the demo is available. And I made a joke, it's coming out on like the day before Valentine's Day, and it's a multiplayer game, so there's going to be at least one couple out there that plays that on Valentine's Day. And I think that if you're into horror games, like you and your partner are into horror games like that, I feel like that's a great way to spend Valentine's. Like ordering a pizza, some like chocolate strawberries, get your partner some flowers, and just play this, like play a little game together. I feel like that'd be cute. Now what the heck is this? Like they made a golf with your friends joke. I think we've seen this trailer before, actually. I feel like I remember a golf with your friends joke happening at like Gamescom or something. But this is another multiplayer game. I feel like we're doing a run of multiplayers, but this is like a true like multiplayer bit. Loot boxes, free loot boxes. So Rogue Point. Okay, yeah, I think we've heard about Rogue Point before. From Team 17 is publishing. Yeah, okay. So what is this next? From Secret Mode. Okay. Football management sim. All right, this is another one that's not for me. I don't play a ton of like these type of management sims. I feel like I play like the cozier, top-down, slower ones, like the type of like, look what we saw with that other game. Was it like Substructure or something earlier on? I don't tend to play the ones that's like shop management or like this, where you're like actually doing a shop bit. And also, I know nothing about football, whether it be American or otherwise, because it is European football, I'm realizing. So like the actual football, I know nothing about it, quite frankly. I like to joke that with most sports, the only thing I know about it is the mercy rules, aka the rules where if the score gets too separated, like one team has too many points, they end early out of mercy. Because I used to work in TV production type stuff, and when they mercied, we got to go home. So what is this from Focus? I think I've demoed this actually earlier this year. This was a treat. This was a really fun one I really liked, actually. I'm forgetting on the name, like blanking the name, but also these graphics were not in the demo, obviously, and these look beautiful. I definitely demoed this, yeah. Yeah, okay, I liked this game. I don't remember if it was an on-screen or an off-screen, but we did demo it during the Summer Game Fest stuff. I think it was an off-screen, though, if I'm remembering correctly. Because that's the thing, I don't want to go crazy on demo dives right now because I'm covering 2 different events this month already that we're doing demos for, and I don't want to like burn out on demo dives because I love doing demo dives and things, but if I do too many of them in one go, I will start to burn out and just like not enjoy it. But that's why I like don't want to like burn out on it, because I love covering indie game demos. Yeah, I definitely played this. What is this one called though? I forget. Oh my god, this was such a good one. January 20th, 2026. Okay, I think that's like its official release date now. Okay, which is funny because that's my mom's birthday. So I won't be playing it that day. Obviously, if I do play it that day, it'll be like very late at night. Pre-order Mio Memories in Orbit. Yes, this is a good one. And they do have Switch 2 as well, so I might try to pick that up on Switch 2, quite frankly. But that Mio is really good. I do recommend Mio. I have demoed it already, which I have footage for it. I'll just pull it for the demo dives if we do that. Because the thing with Summer Game Fest is that there was a lot of, I haven't uploaded any of the videos yet, so recently with like the events I've been covering, if I have footage for it and the game is included in a different event I'm covering, I've been pulling the footage from Summer Game Fest. And so I might do that for a little bit here. So I might be able to, if I can pull enough from Summer Game Fest to do here, we might have some Game Awards demo dives, actually. I think is this that Vietnam War game? I'm not sure. War games are not really my jam though. So that's why I'm like, is this the one that everyone's been talking about? There's dinosaurs though. No, it can't be. It can't be the Vietnam one because there's dinosaurs. What is this then? Ferocious. Oh, this was that one dinosaur game that Steam really thought I wanted to play during Steam Next Fest. I kept getting recommended to me by Steam's like inner thing, and I've never played a game that would make Steam think I'd want to play that game. Like, it's not in my wheelhouse at all, but Steam was like, we think you'd really like this dinosaur shooter. And I'm like, no, nothing against that game, by the way, but it's just not something I would play. And it kept getting recommended to me by Steam for some reason. So we have our next most wanted game. Next, Grave Seasons. Yes, this is on my list as well. 24 on the list is Grave Seasons. This is a cozy horror game, is the best way I can call it. It has a farming aspect, but then there's also, you saw the horror aspects, there's visual novel aspects. I love this game. I've not played it yet, but it is it's one of my most anticipated indies right now. I love everything about it. Rose the Ghostly Librarian, she's so pretty. I love like because I love pixel art, but I also love a good like visual novel-esque sprite design, and I really like it. Reap What You Sow 2026. That's awesome. Grave Seasons is one of my most anticipated games, and I'm happy to see it here. Next we have Animal Kind. I think I've seen this around. I don't remember if this is a multiplayer or not. It might be. No, I can't wait for Grave Seasons though. Like, I'm happy it got its flowers because ooh, it looks so good. I know I've seen Animal Kind around though, but I don't think it's had a demo yet. Either that or it is like completely multiplayer. It doesn't look completely multiplayer here though. It looks fully playable in single player. So I'm just thinking, you can be a raccoon. I want to be a raccoon. Yeah. Like, I think you can play it in multiplayer, but you don't have to. Capybara! Play the demo now! Early access is spring 2026. Awesome! We're definitely gonna have to demo that one, because that one hasn't had a demo yet. Alpha footage does not represent final game, but what is this? Looks like super hot if it was a... if it was like a roguelite. Oh, really like the art style. It's very stylized, which I feel like we don't get a lot of. Oh, it's turn-based combat. That's even better. Wait. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, I feel like we'll definitely do a little Steam dive after this because I need to go in and see these games, as well as probably write out a, would love to write out a full plan for demo dives. I'm gonna regret it at the end of this month because we're doing a lot of demo dives already this month, but hey, December is for demo dives. Ex Sanguis. Wait, I have playtest access to this. Wait a minute. Everyone shut up. I have playtest access. I hope I still do, actually. From the creators of Rogue Legacy 1 and 2, we have something, I don't think that was the title of the game, but this is another like little turn-based thing. Control the enemy. Interesting. Oh my god, the Ex Sanguis. I'm not gonna look right now. We'll do a Steam dive. I think the Steam dive might just be its own little video though, so we'll do the reaction. Usually if I do a reaction to a showcase, I don't do a separate Steam dive, but I think we're gonna start doing both going forward just because one, it gets me to plan out the demo dive anyways, and two, I do want to go through and do the AI check on everything, so I think we'll do both. That was like a jump scare though. I was like, wait a minute, that's in my library. I can't read that. Neth? I'm really bad at reading stylized titles, okay? You can't do that to me. Neath. N-E, okay, that middle thing was an A, okay. Neath. It looked good, I'll probably play it. What? What about an AI? Huh? Oh, the sentient AI is speaking. We have a Batman game next? I think we're talking about Batman. Great segue, sentient AI lady face. I think is that 2023? It's gonna be Lego Batman? Yeah, it makes sense. Lego Batman isn't in my again, it's not in my wheelhouse of things I usually cover, but I know a lot of people are really looking forward to this. But I don't really play the Lego games or the Batman games, so it's really completely out of my wheelhouse. Yeah, and even the like, not staff member, but the person who, like on their committee who's speaking right now is like, this combines all of my personal special interests. And it's like, it combines none of mine, but I'm so happy for you that it does all of yours. It's none of mine, but I'm so happy that it's all of your special interests. Like, genuinely, this isn't even me being like snarky or anything. I'm genuinely happy that this combines all of your special interests because it doesn't any of mine. That's the thing. Every game is made for somebody, and this game is made for a lot of people, but not for me. That's the great thing about gaming, especially in like the modern age, is that there's so many games, so you can always find something for you. But that also means that some things aren't going to be for you, and that's okay. Play the things that are for you. Quite frankly, you don't have to play everything. What is this? I do like dogs, actually. That's a flea. This is giving We're Happy You're Here, or that British game, the very British game. Oh wait, so is this like Suika roguelike with dogs? I'm not even mad about that. I'd play this. Dogpile. I feel like I've heard of this maybe this year, but there's no time left. That was funny. This is Karen? Yeah. We have already demoed Karen, so I might be pulling Karen to throw in the Game Awards demo dives. We have demoed Karen. It is such a rage game, but it's also quite addicting. So it's basically, you can see here, you play as a mountain climber, and there's a bunch of different difficulty modes you can play with various levels of like safety nets, but you control each hand and foot separately, which is what makes it really difficult. And you can tell the devs know so much about mountain climbing, or at least did so much research about it, because it's like so, I would assume it's like scarily accurate. I've never climbed a mountain obviously, but it's like there's so many little details. It comes out January 29th though. The moon does not forget. Yeah, I'm gonna mute this because they're doing a cover of Fly Me to the Moon, and it's a really nice cover actually. I do have to say that it's a little bit creepy, but I love a creepy little music, so I also really like Fly Me to the Moon. It's like one of those like favorite classics sort of thing. So I'm just like, it's like, it has a little bit of that like jazzy sound with it that's like from the original, but it's definitely creepy. I love this rendition of it. I hope you put this on streaming. Mass murder's not the way is what one of those characters said. Interesting. So long as this isn't using AI, I could see myself playing it. Lunar Strike, Bring Down the Sky. I need you to put this version of May 2026. I need you to put your version of Fly Me to the Moon on Spotify. Actually, I really want to listen to the full version. That sounds like a really good cover. Just had like a good vibe. I think we're having a sponsored Xbox segment now because Xbox Game Pass is presenting, or I guess technically sponsoring, PC Gamers Most Wanted. I don't know what this is. I thought this was going to be a montage commercial bit of all the Game Pass stuff. It is. It's a commercial for Game Pass, which this is actually kind of, it's like instead of waiting in line in the snow, just play it on Game Pass on day one. That's actually a good commercial, I would say. Xbox has been doing really good, not so much with their product, but with their marketing, I would say. They've been doing some pretty good commercials, it seems like, which is unfortunate because I don't think it's translating to, like, I would be curious to see how much their marketing for Game Pass is transferring to Game Pass subscriptions, you know? They just threw him a gun. What? I hope that's a prop. We're talking about, it's Tripwire. Okay, it was like, what's going on? I think it's Killing Floor 3? Was that what they said? I like how you can see the camera setup here. That's kind of funny, actually. Like I said, I have TV production experience, so like I notice all those little things. So I'm like, oh, wait, you can see the camera setup. That's kind of fun, actually. So they just had a guy standing there waiting to do the active camera. What in the heck? Season 2 for this game. Okay, not my vibe. You know, that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. I'm here for the cozy games. Yeah. Yeah, well, we can talk a little bit while this one's going, just because this is not my vibe. And I think we all know that by now. I think we all know this one isn't for me. But we will do, I think, a separate Steam dive. And because next week, there's one day in particular that I am covering multiple events back to back to back. And so we'll do like a combined Steam dive on that day. But for now, we just have PC Gamer, so we'll just do the PC Gamer dive. Season 2, it's available now for Killing Floor 3, by the way. So if you're into that, it looks really good, but it's not my type of game. You know, it looks good for a certain audience. Time travel game is the next. Does this say Steam? Like Gas is a Steam. Clockwork Revolution is number 22 on the most wanted list. I know we've seen this before. Yeah, I know we've seen this, but I think this is another one of those games that is kind of out of my wheelhouse just a little bit. I think this one looked good though. I can't remember though, because I know there was a trailer that had this type of vibe that I wasn't fully into the story elements, and I think this might have been the game. I think we saw this at Summer Game Fest. Like, it looks really good, but I'm not a big, yeah, it was this game. I wasn't a big fan of some of the story elements they showed off, so I think this one will be another skip for me. They call it dark humor, but I think the thing with dark humor is that it's going to hit for some people and not for others, and it didn't really hit for me personally, but that doesn't mean it won't hit for you or like it won't hit for other people. You know, it just didn't, it seemed like something that I just wouldn't enjoy, quite frankly. And again, that's okay. I said that you don't have to play every single game. The awesome part about there being so many games in like a modern age is that you can literally play whatever you want. And you can also skip whatever you want, quite frankly. Visually, though, this game looks really good. I'm gonna have to censor part of this, though, I realize. Also, just something fell around me, and I don't know what. It could be somebody trying to enter my apartment again unprompted. Now, what is this? You know, it would be really funny, though. I say this because, my apartment maintenance has... I don't even know if it's maintenance, actually. They won't tell me. Someone has been entering my apartment without my consent this week. So I say that because it would be really funny if they entered right now, because I would just smack them with my water bottle. I have the big 40-gallon. See, you can hear the ice. This is a Battlestar Galactica game coming in 2026, by the way. So next we have a world premiere. Interesting. We're in the real world. Ooh, wait, is this a follow-up to Sable? Fun fact, Sable, I've actually not played, but I might have it now that I think about it. I might have Sable, I'm not sure. I think I have Sable at my Epic Games library. I think it was like a free game at one point. Definitely need to play, because it's been on my like indie game backlog of indie games that came out before I really got into covering indie games. So I really want to cover it at some point. I'm curious what we're talking about though. Outer Sloth. So they have funding from Outer Sloth, which is the funding initiative put on by is it Outer Sloth? I think it's Inner Sloth is the studio, but their funding initiative is Outer Sloth because they made so much money with Among Us that they wanted to sort of give back to the wider indie game community, and so they're funding other indie games now. So it looks like they have a newsletter, it seems like. Floating Utopia of Apex Legend. Oh, that's actually really cool. So it's like a newsletter about gaming. That's kind of cool. Maybe I will check that out. They are creating something, but they haven't said yet. Okay, that's awesome. So what's our next most wanted? Something about a few taking steps. Recur. Okay, Recur from... We've seen this. This was at Summer Game Fest. I think technically we've probably seen all of these somewhere. This was either, I want to say it was Summer Game Fest, but it could have been Gamescom as well. Because I remember specifically with this one, you play as this like little, I want to say postman, but that is a child. That looks like a child at least. You play as like a newsboy, I guess. But at first I was like, wait, is that a cop? Because I saw like the blue and I was like, oh no, never mind. They're a mailman. That's fine. Mailman is fine. But you're kind of playing as a mailman with it. Also looks like rewind and time travel mechanics, which is very interesting. But that we have seen before. I did say I would demo that and wanted to try that when it comes out, possibly. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's PBKK. Is that number 20 on the list? The name of this game goes in. Yeah. Are they gonna? No. Yeah. This is from Kepler is the publisher on it. This game I've seen multiple places already, but this game had one of, I would say, the best booths at Gamescom. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure, but from what I saw, like, covering it online, this had one of the best Gamescom booths. This whole entire UI you see here, they basically had, like, a giant version of it in person, and they had people playing the game that way. So it comes out summer 2026. As the game title is really hard to say, so that it's been shortened to PPKK, but it's coming out this year, next upcoming year as well. Now, what is this? Is this multiple games? No, it is multiple games. Okay, what are we talking about? Because one of them looks cozy, and I like the cozy. I think I might know what the cozy one is because I got access to a playtest on Steam today, and I feel like it might be the same thing, personally. So what is this one? This one looks very atmospheric, as well as it looks like there's mythology references, which I always enjoy a good mythology reference. Soul Mass. All right. They're talking about ancient gods. You know what that means. It looks like it's more probably Egyptian mythology based, which, like I said, I love a mythology reference. It does not matter what type of mythology. I really enjoy it. The airship thing could be a problem. I'm not good at navigating in anything. I am directionally challenged. Build a city in the sky. So it's like a city builder as well. Okay. This doesn't look half bad. I would demo this for sure. I think I would have to demo it to see if how much I enjoyed the gameplay. I feel like this might already be out because they're saying new ship. Like it's already out and you can play it, you know? Look at that unit. That was like an elephant or something. New boss. Yeah, I think this might already be out and they're just doing like a major content update. Maybe like a 1.0 release. Curious. Oh my God, that crocodile. It's not flat, but it's not flat. Big bug. What is this? Soul Mass? 1.0 and the Shifting Sands DLC is spring 2026 release. I was right. It's already out. Next we have a world premiere. Ooh, wait, I like this art style immediately. 5 hours before death. I hope this is the game I think it is. I don't know how many times I've done this. Okay, no, it's not the game I think it is. Okay, so visual novel. Okay. Again, this is a definite play so long as it doesn't use AI, but I don't think it does. I don't know. That's what the point of the Steam dive is. So it's like a sci-fi cyberpunk type beat. Oh my God. Oh my God. 2069 AD. We're not going to talk about that year. I love the art. I really do enjoy the art style, quite frankly. It's very, like, it feels like webtoon art, if that makes sense. Ooh, it's time to go back. This looks good. Ooh, who are you? I finally found you. Can I find out the name of this game? Epoch Reset. 2027 release. Okay, that's our first, like, damn, okay, wish list though. Well, I guess we have to stick around till 2027. Damn, okay. Meanwhile, oh, we're back to our sci-fi utopia. Okay. We are discovering a new planet. Giant insects! Oh, yeah, no! Definitely don't want to know more about the giant insects. I have to agree. It's giving the swarm from Honkai Star Rail, which I don't want to think about Honkai Star Rail right now. I don't. I did cut my recording since we were almost at an hour, but we're talking about the new Starship Trooper. What did they? I don't know what they called it, but it's a world premiere. That's what it is. Why are we talking about citizenship? What are we doing? Oh, it's bugs. Oh, okay, there's the bugs. That's the bugs they were talking about. Okay, they're not that bad. I think they're stylized enough that it's not that bad. Oh, that one went boom. This is another skip from me. I don't like bugs. Would you like to know more? No. Wish list. Yeah, Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. Coming, oh, not the 97, coming 2026. It's not for me, but it's definitely for someone, and it's not me. Oh, we have number 19 on our list now. Okay. Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core. Okay. I think this game is already out in early access. So does that count? If it's only out in early access, does that count? I guess. Yeah, because they're like one of our new classes. Yeah, I think this game's already out. because I think it was nominated for Best Early Access at Golden Joystick, and I think it might have won. Actually, or it was very close to winning. I've like finished half of that video. Finally, I finally got half of the Golden Joystick video edited. So I'm like, wait a minute. I think I just edited that award. I think it won. Okay, we have a world premiere next. So I guess early access games coming into 1.0 do count for the most wanted list. Now, what is this? Because this looks like a vibe. So it's like hack and slash gameplay, but definitely has those like early PlayStation graphics. I don't know if I would say PS1 or PS2, but it's got something. I would like to demo this a lot though. I don't think I'd be good at it, but I would like to demo it. I'm also realizing, because they're taking their sweet time going through this most wanted list, we're gonna be here for like another 2 hours probably. It's already been 1 hour. Queen's Domain demo's out. Okay, we can demo it. Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble reading that. Okay, this isn't on the list, but it's something. I feel like I've seen this. I don't think we demoed it. I think it might have ended up accidentally being a demo reject. By reject, I mean it was supposed to go in a demo dive and it ended up not because I ran out of time and the demo went away. So it ends up then being a reject, if you will, because it has been rejected from the video because I ran out of time to play it. I feel like I've seen this though. Fog Sows Fear. I mean, I've played quite a few little city builders like this where like you build up your city and then you have to basically prepare for levels that include big bad natural disaster and like some sort of enemy opponent. I've played a lot of games like this actually this year, quite frankly. I definitely think this game ended up being a demo dive reject because the art, I remember looking up if this game was using AI or not because of some of the character sprites concern me, but that's why I hate having to play AI police, because like AI is copying something, right? And unfortunately, if you do art in the style it copies, you're screwed, which really sucks. Coming March 12th, 2026, Dark Switch. I definitely think this was supposed to be in multiple different demo dives. So next, what is this one? The music's vibey. Hello, new employee. And then it says the same thing in Korean. Oh, what is this? Oh, friend. Are you friend? Two friends. Oh, one of them's friend, one of them isn't. Okay. That's friend. They're green. Follow with the little winky face. That's cute. I like this. Sunshine State. This is cute. That's our friend. That's our friend now. Hello, Sunshine. Interesting name. You would not think. Stay cool, stay hydrated, stay productive. So this is definitely like post-apocalyptic. Sign up to our playtest. Yeah, we'll definitely sign up for the playtest. That looks so cute. Surprisingly, not from a Korean studio though. No, what is this? Oh, this is High on Life 2. Okay, yeah, we've talked about this already from, I think, Gamescom. I don't think I'm going to be playing High on Life 2, but I do have to give them props that they're committing to the bit once again. And you can, like, emulate games that haven't existed for years, like, in this game. Like, fully emulate, and they got the rights to emulate them. So they're, like, fully committing to the bit once again. I do have to give them that. And they're talking about a completely different bit than the game emulation. The in-game game emulation. Now they also have a skateboard. They're just talking about a completely different thing. You can use the skateboard as a weapon. Again, if there's one thing this team will do, it is committing to what was that wallpaper? That wallpaper would overstimulate me, like with this like tiled wallpaper. How are you making this game? Again, gotta give it to them. If there's one thing this dev team will do, it is commit to the goddamn bit, even if there's multiple bits going on at once. That's also coming out February 13th, so someone's gonna be playing on Valentine's Day. Error file missing. So, all right, one of the trailers was stolen in universe. All right, we're doing a bit again. And it's our next most wanted game. Thick as Thieves, number 18. This is I think this is a multiplayer heist game, exactly. This is another skip for me just because I don't tend to play multiplayer games, but I think we've seen this before as well. They say it's the world is like magic and technology smushed together, and that is one of my favorite world building bits with the magic and the technology smoosh. I do enjoy that. So I feel like in the right environment, I could enjoy this game, but I also don't really play multiplayer games anymore. So what is happening? The Imagine Dragons guy owns a studio too? Huh? Every day I find out more about Imagine Dragons against my will. That's not that surprising though, you know, that Imagine Dragons would like be involved with a games studio. I mean, how many times have they appeared in like Riot Games things? Oh, this is that Capture the Flag game, that multiplayer Capture the Flag game. Yeah, I didn't know Imagine Dragons was attached to that in one way or another. That was unexpected. They have a demo until the 7th. I like how the guy from the other team just comes in and takes the flag. That's kind of funny, actually. I think they might be doing an interview segment. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're gonna do an interview segment, which means I'll probably dissociate again. They have the, I mean, if you are doing the capture the flag game, you kind of have to have a real life version of the flag, you know? I do think it is clever as well, and I don't know if this was done purposely or not, to be showing the team playing it on a laptop, because this sort of game is definitely gonna be, like, I feel like you might have more people playing it on laptops than, like, lower end PCs, but to have it, like, be playable on a lower end PC is definitely gonna be a good thing, and I think showing it off that way, like, subtly says, like, hey, you're on a laptop, you can easily play this game. And again, I don't know if they did that purposely or not, but I think it was a smart idea regardless. Somebody is voluntold to hide the flag. That's kind of funny. I'd be really annoying about, like, I'd be so stressed hiding that flag, but I'd be really annoyed. I'd be finding a place that, like, sucks to get to. I'm curious to see how popular this one will get, because I do think it could pop off a little bit, because it also is very stylized and fun. I also don't think I would be surprised if Fortnite came up with a game mode, if they don't already have one, if Fortnite came up with a game mode very similar to this, if this game does do well. Those little robots look like, oh my god, the cash bots look like the little Star Wars robots at the Disney park. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Who else watched the Defunct Land video? The 4-hour-long Defunct Land video. Who else watched it? If you know, you know. That's a shark. They have a shark. No, I've just been dissociating. There's this, I do think this game could do well. I think it's gonna, I think it's really gonna depend on if this game, how viral it hits on Twitch. I think that's gonna be the kicker for something like this. Which usually if a multiplayer game does well, it's because it hit the right niche of like Twitch viewership. And then other people see their favorite streamers playing it and then they also want to play it. So that's like, we saw that happen with Peak, right? And I think this is like bombastic enough that it definitely could hit that market. I'd be curious, definitely be curious. I keep getting thrown off because all these houses are like so nice. All the houses they're like in are so nice, and I have to keep remembering. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are like associated to Imagine Dragons in some way. You have Imagine Dragons money. I think if you do have that type of money, like Imagine Dragons type money though, and you're using it to like do creative projects like this, I think that's commendable. It's better than using it for like, you know, there's a lot of things I could input there, and I'm not going to. See? Imagine Dragons. They got Imagine Dragons money. I think he might be the main singer. I'm not sure. Because he was singing earlier, and I'm like, you sound like the Imagine Dragon. I think you're the Imagine Dragons guy. You better not DMCA me for this, Imagine Dragons. There is a demo out. I'm gonna skip the demo because it's a multiplayer, and I tend not to do multiplayer games and demo dives, but I'm curious to see if that game will hit. Pale man with a face full of needles. What? Why are we saying no to the man with a needle face? What's going on? It's Pinhead. It's Pinhead from Hellraiser. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that's number 17. Is this a... Yeah, Hellraiser Revival. Okay. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, that's a remaster. Revival means remaster. That's a lot of things with this, with having so many game remasters and re-releases this year, studios have been getting creative with how they call it a remaster. I also probably will have to censor parts of this because it is extremely gory, but that's kind of the whole point of the franchise. It's kind of one of the things it's known for. So this, I'll probably just blur out this entire trailer, quite frankly. Sorry! It's really gross, actually. Yeah, all right. I like how they they have like a longer trailer that's probably even worse in terms of like gore, but they have to like put it on a separate website. What are you now? This looks good. This I think was the cozy game I wanted earlier, but they like cut it off. I was gonna say I feel like I know what this is. I don't. I lied. I don't know what this is. What is this? I want to play it. It looks like something I'd really like. I hope it's single player or can be played in single player. Look at those guys. Guys. Okay, you can be friends with them as well. Okay, good. I need to get a big one and name it Appa. Friend! Are you friend? Which spire? Ooh, wait a minute. Which spire? There is a playtest signups on Steam. Definitely gonna need to take a look at that one. Now, what is this? I don't know how I feel about this one. This is definitely something we need to take a look at the Steam dive. It's a creature collector, but the trailer concerns me a little bit. It has like that vibe that I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. Tamer Town coming 2026. Definitely we'll see that in the Steam dive. This is why we need to do the Steam dive now as a precautionary measure. Yes! Yes! Crimson, is it? Yeah, Crimson Desert, Crimson Desert. Perlibus, what do you have for me today? This is one of my most wanted, all right? This is one of my most wanted. I am so excited for Crimson Desert. I've played a little bit of Black Desert. Obviously, I really, really liked it. Of all the MMOs I've gotten to this year, Black Desert has actually been one of my favorites. And I've played quite a few new MMOs this year. It took me this long to get to Black Desert. It was one of my favorites things I've probably finally got to this year. And then they announced Crimson Desert, and I'm so excited for it. I know Crimson Desert is not an MMO, but I'm still so excited for it. March 19th, 2026. Playable on Mac as well, which is very impressive. What are we doing with vampires? Is this the one? The vampire, is it the one I'm thinking of with vampires? No, it's Blade. Interesting. Okay. I will say I wasn't planning on playing Blade because I don't really, I'm also preparing to mute this because it is a Marvel game, so they definitely have the money for copyrighted music. Yeah, we're gonna mute this one for safety reasons. I think of all the Marvel games, because I'm not a big Marvel gamer, I don't really play, like I don't really play the Marvel games or like watch the Marvel movies that much. I watch a couple here and there. But I do think Blade is probably the one that looks the best that I've seen in recent memory. Superhero stocks are in the toilet, he says. No, they are though. No, they're talking about the movie tie-in one. I've heard about the movie tie-in, I have. Yeah, because I know that the production of this got pushed back because there was an Arcane studio, I believe, in Austin, and it got closed, I think either earlier this year or last year. And I know production on Blade got pushed back, I think because of that. Don't quote me. But closed beta we have for this upcoming game, so we might give this a shot, but it looks definitely like a MOBA or something. And so yeah, 3v3. This looks good, but it's out of my wheelhouse as a multiplayer. So I'm not gonna fight for demo access for this one. I'd rather go to somebody who I know will play it. This is the sort of thing where I would try to get demo access and maybe include it in a demo dive and last minute decide not to. So I'd rather that demo access go to somebody who's for sure gonna use it. This looks good though. I like the character designs as well. Not the Titans. Not the Titans. Spellcasters Chronicles beta's live. I don't know when it's going to though. It went by very quickly. So we have another PC Game Pass commercial. That's kind of, I feel like they're with the PC Game Pass commercials, they're going with this like more nostalgic vibe that like you used to see a lot with commercials. And I feel like they're just playing into it, which I think is cute. They're doing a lot of that was kind of funny actually. That's what I'm saying. Xbox's marketing is doing really well, but I'm curious to see how that's translating to PC Game Pass sales. I said that earlier and I'm gonna reiterate it because I am still curious. Why is the integrity of the spaceship compromised? I don't know. Datamancy. That's a new, I've not heard of that one. Because that's like magic with data. I've not heard of that. I'm gonna bookmark that in my brain, I think. Datamancy. That's a new one. Your taskbar is now in the center of the screen. They're making a Windows 11 joke. Stop. I think they're making a Windows 11 joke and that's so funny because I despise Windows 11. Don't know how I feel about the owlfish bit, but we have a world premiere to talk about. Okay. From the creators of Martha is Dead in the Town of Light, I think? What is this? I'm scared a little bit. That's not a real person. Wait, that's animated. I genuinely thought that was a real dude. What is going on? I know you're like held hostage, but I really like your jacket. What is this? I don't even want to talk over it. What is this? In Italy? Okay. Oh, she's not a hostage? Is she a hostage? When sirens fall silent. This looks terrifying. And I really want to demo that. It looks terrifying, but I want to play that. What's this? Is this a cozy game? It looks cozy. Automation sim. It looks like we might be seeing a lot more automation sims going into the new year. And I think it's because we had a couple this year kind of pop off. And so now that's probably going to be, I would kind of expect that to maybe be a trend. This does remind me, I still have to play a lot of Arknights Enfield though. I just remember that. This is insane. This is giving me a headache just looking at it. Oh my gosh. I want to play it though. Modulus. Demo available. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that could be a trend going into 2026 is automation sims. Oh, they did a Star Wars bit. Okay, well. Oh, now they made a Guild Wars joke. Okay, well, is it Star Wars or Guild Wars? Yeah, they're doing a Guild Wars bit. Okay. It's being completely updated, or it has already been completely updated because it's out now. I've never actually played Guild Wars, by the way, so I don't know what's happening. It's a remaster, wow! And it's Steam Deck verified! No monthly subscription. Was there a subscription before when it first came out? Interesting. Reforged. See, we have another game coming up with a new way to say remaster. It's Reforged. We have another world premiere then. What are you? Wardum? Ward? I can't read stylized titles. It's a rhythm game though. So it's like a combat rhythm game. Okay, I don't know if it's a rhythm game or they just did it to like the beat for the trailer. Unsure. Jury's out a little bit. Rhythm Warriors, it said in one of the text boxes. Okay, so it's definitely a rhythm game. I would definitely be willing to demo this because my thing with more unique rhythm games is that sometimes they're really, really good and other times I feel like they hit the mark. They miss the mark. So I'd be definitely down to demo this one, but I think I would definitely want to demo it first. War Drum. Drum. There was an R missing. Okay. That makes sense because it's rhythm. The drum, that makes sense. What's going on with superheroes? Is this Wolverine? I'm gonna guess it's Wolverine. That or like a remaster of a fighting game. Yep, the Tokon remake. Okay, that makes sense. This is gonna be another skip from me because it's Marvel and it's a fighting game and it's just not something I tend to play. I know a lot of people are really excited for this though, especially the fighting game players. Really excited. So it's not for me, but it is definitely for those other people. What is this? This is the Payday people. I think this was shown off at one of the game festivals of the summer. I do think it is smart to, like, if you have like a community around your previously released game, I feel like it is smart to bring in players that already are familiar with that game and have them do like an alpha test. How much can I say? I've done similar things before and been invited to do similar things before, but not been able to. Like, I do think it's a very common thing, and I think it's very smart to have like separate testing, like to have your creators test it, but also like have the general public test it. Especially in terms of like with getting creators, because they're using this for marketing right now, right? Like they got the creators in and they're like recording them. I feel like having creators do the marketing is a smart idea. I'm not saying this as a biased creator myself, but at least in my personal experience, I know when to turn it on, you know? Like I know when to like be more like active while playing the game, you know? I do think it is a good idea to have non-creators test the game as well, though, because they will have different opinions sometimes. I gotta mute this, by the way. They got music. What is this? Last Man Sitting, open beta until December 7th. I feel like there's a lot of open betas until December 7th situations, and I feel like we're gonna not have time for like any of them because they're just ending too quickly. Anyways, what's this world premiere of the fish game? Would you like a curly fry? The ones with the slightly orange. What is this? This is a world premiere. I have a feeling of what this might be. Isn't there like a new Chilla's art game that's like a fishing game? This has the vibe of a Chilla's art game, but that one's out already. The Water Museum and Play Stack. Okay, so it's not Chilla. It's just a different unnerving fishing game. We now have two. I bet there's other unnerving fishing games out there. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I have to censor the fish being cut up though. I think that's TOS. About fishing. There's an open playtest on Steam. We might try the playtest. We might add that to demo dive rotations. It feels like the Chilla's art game though. Isn't it a Chilla's art game? Now we have two. I want to say that About Fishing looked creepier than the Chilla's art one. Possibly Chilla's art. It had the vibe of a Chilla's art game when I saw it. In this, the one we just saw looked creepier. I will say that. So number 14 is Arma 4. I actually don't know what this game is. This is the first one I don't know about on the list. And we also have another like real life trailer. I hope that's a prop. I hope that's a prop. I don't know what this is, but it seems very early in development still. So yeah, they didn't even have gameplay footage. They just said we're allocating assets to it. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense that I've not seen that one. That's probably more of an industry insider most wanted. But also if you're like a shooter game aficionado, you probably already know about Arma 4. And what is this? I think this also looks like it's a skip from me. God's Death and Reapers, early access is 2026. That was a demo dive reject for a couple of reasons, and I can't get into the main reason that ended up being a demo dive reject, I actually can't talk about. So if the demo's still available, we'll get into it this time. The main reason that was going to be a reject though is petty, and I can't talk about it. But really, it just ended up where the second half of like the summer stuff, there was a demo for that one that just showed up, by the way, and I've missed the name of. The second half of the summer stuff I wanted to cover. So that was stuff from Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show. I just was unable to do demo dives for those two events because I just did not have the time. Universe, okay. And if we miss any games, because they're going through some games pretty quickly right now, we are going to do that Steam dive, so we'll see them there. But that's why there's so many games that we're talking about now that have ended up being rejects, because I wanted to cover them after Summer Game Fest with Gamescom and Rightfall, I think we talked about that at Golden Joystick. But I just ran out of time to cover demos earlier on this year, and so we didn't. But if God's Death and Reapers is still available, we'll give it a try this time. I feel bad for being petty. I do kind of think it's funny how they're making a lightsaber as copyrighted joke, because it most definitely is, and I do fear the mouse as well, so I think that's copyrighted. The boom's copyrighted. So funny. I think it's probably whatever Star Wars game is on the horizon is probably on the next Star Wars Zero Company. There it is. I don't know. I've not heard of this one. I don't know what this is, but I'm not a major Star Wars fan, so I never really got into it, and now I'm too afraid to ask. Gritty Star Wars RPG. Okay. Graphics look really nice. I do have to say that. Oh my god, they made a Glup Shido joke in 2025. I gotta give it to them. 2026. Good for them. Good for them. This is, it's 17. I'm gonna have to censor this one, aren't I? What is this? I'm gonna mute this one because there's music playing. I think I've heard this song before. Vibes. I don't know. I'm probably gonna skip this game. It looks like a skip from me, but I need to know what song is playing. Can you tell me what song is playing? I'm once again going to ask once again. I asked this during Summer Game Fest times. If we're playing a song in a trailer, can I please, actually, I think I know what this is. Can I please have the name of the song on the side of the screen? One, so I know to mute, and two, so I can go find it on Spotify later. Because I have headphones on to record this, right? I can't Shazam a song right now, okay? And this vibes. I think, oh my god, I Let It Die Inferno. Yeah, I think this is the thing I was thinking about. Yeah, looks really good, and I need to know what song was playing immediately. This is the Halloween game with the guy with the mask. I forget his name. I do forget your name. I've talked about the Halloween franchise before. I don't like it because the mask guy, when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, me and my friends were out trick-or-treating and we got chased down the street by the guy in the mask for like 3 blocks, and I lost my little devil wand because I was like an Alice in Wonderland devil thing for Halloween that year. Lost it at the bus stop, found it the next day, had to very discreetly put it in my bag, and then the guy proceeded to then chase me and my friends around the lunchroom following morning, and it wasn't even funny anymore. Yeah, Halloween, September 8th, 2026, which I wasn't expecting when they showed that. I think it was Gamescom. From Dwarf Fortress Publishers then? Sandbox Megasim? Streets of Fortuna. Inspired by Constantinople, they say. Okay. Your actions have consequences and this guy is getting jumped. I would demo this. It feels like it might be a little bit grindy and hard though, and I don't know if I want that. 2026 is the year where if something is grindy and hard, I just might not play it, which might be a bad thing to say. But maybe I just want to play a cozy game, you know? They say every person and place is differently generated. What do you mean by that? What does differently generated mean? Answer quickly. What does it mean? Again, we will do a Steam dive, so if anything I say in this video is subject to change based on what we find in the dive, but take everything I say with a grain of salt. Thank you. There are certain things that you can take fully, like a game I've already demoed and say, hey, I like that game a lot. You can take that one. Me saying Crimson Desert is something I'm really looking forward to. You can quote me on that. But there's certain things where anything I say now could change. There is an alpha test available for this. We will sign up on Steam, barring that there's no use of AI and stuff like that. So yeah, take everything I say with a grain of salt unless I'm very clearly like, I love this game. Thank you. They made an Uber joke and I'm mad at Uber right now, so I don't find it funny. I did dissociate during the introductory bit. Oh, is this because they said it's a 30-second unskippable ad? I think this is what happened earlier where they like did a little like, here's what's coming up. And they showed a bunch of games all at once and I was like, wait, I want to see that one. What? So yeah. Okay, so number 12 on the most wanted list is a sequel to something, Dawn of War 4. I don't think I've played other games out of this franchise, so I don't think this was on my radar either. Trailers using in-engine and CGI cutscene footage. So some of this is pre-rendered. Like this part, I'm assuming is pre-rendered. My inbox, in case anyone was curious, is blowing up and it's all game PR emails. If you're ever curious what my inbox looks like during as well as after one of these shows, it's like a lot. It's a lot. I love getting game PR emails, but after like a show of any kind, it's like that's a lot of emails. That's a lot of emails. And it's been like long enough where like at the like almost the 2-hour mark where it's like, yeah, that's a lot of emails. I always underestimate how long the PC Gamer shows are going to be though, I realize. Props to them for putting in so much effort, because I always think it's gonna be like, yeah, it'll be like an hour and we'll be done. But I'm at a point where I'm like, you know, it might be a DoorDash for dinner kind of night, because I don't know if I'm gonna want to cook after this. Yeah, this one's gonna be a skip for me just because I've not played a game in this franchise before, and they're not showing any, because it says that there's going to be in-engine footage, but I'm not seeing any in-engine footage. This is all like CGI pre-rendered cutscenes, which I don't have any issue with using pre-rendered cutscenes. I do find it impressive if you're using in-engine cutscenes, but I don't have an issue with using pre-render. If it makes the game run better, then so be it. But I've not played anything. Oh, it's Warhammer franchise. Okay, yeah, I was supposed to play some Warhammer games earlier this year. Dawn of War, yeah, okay. It's funny because I was actually talking about Warhammer with a coworker earlier today. We'll see. Maybe I will give it a shot. So what are you? What's next? It looks creepy. I really like this voice acting as well. What is this? It sounds vampiric. It has like that lisp that you hear with fangs. I know it by heart now. I love a fang. What is this? There's like a lot happening. Oh my god. This is creepy. Luna Abyss. I'd give it I'd demo it. I'd give it a try. Coming 2026, wishlist now. All right, I guess we're waiting for that one. I think I would have to demo it. Usually with any horror game, I'm like, I have to demo it first because it might be a little bit too creepy for me. Because I'm a weenie when it comes to horror games. So I need to demo them first, usually. Whoa, oh my god, that was like flashing lights. So space horror now? Dystopian space horror, maybe? Question mark. I didn't check how much space and storage I have on my drives before recording this, so that could be a problem, especially if we're going another full hour after this. I think this is gonna be, what about the Blessed Mother? What? I'm not really good at shooters in space. I will say that right now. This will probably be a skip for me. Remnant Protocol might be a skip for me, but I don't know. I think I'd be down to demo. It doesn't say anything about a demo. It just says it's coming out March 12th. And next we have a world premiere. So I was gonna split my recordings, but it looks like we're not. From the publisher Blueprints. Okay, y'all been busy. Well, it's the publisher of Blueprints, which is Raw Fury. Okay, they're just using, yeah, Raw Fury has published a lot, by the way. I'm curious that they are pushing it as Blueprints adjacent. That's interesting. But I know Blueprints is probably because I think of all the Raw Fury games to release this year, I think Blueprints might be the only one with nominations. So that makes a certain amount of sense that they're shilling that out. Time loop game. Okay. I would be willing to give this a shot. Also because I've tried other games published by Raw Fury before. They, like I said, publish a lot of indie games and I've enjoyed them. So the math might be a problem. The math might definitely be a problem. But I do love a time loop, I do. Curious about that art. Rivage? I have no idea how you're supposed to say that. Not the Xbox handheld. I know it's the Xbox handheld because the Xbox is sponsoring. I don't even think a game is on there. Oh no, there is a game on there. What do you know? Yeah, it's the Xbox Ally. But like, well, how much is, I've heard like prices ranges in like the $700 range for that thing, but I feel like that might be on the low end. Why is the footage so shaky? There is a survey. Should we do the PC Gamer survey in the Steam Dive? I think we should. Because I also think you can win one of the Xbox Allies from the survey. Not that I even want to win one. I think it could be fun. Because we do surveys all the time here. So I think I want to do the survey. But we'll do it in the Steam Dive. Because this video is going to be long enough as it is. Okay, we have, I think, number 11 on the most wanted. So we're getting down to that top 10. Light No Fire. I don't know enough about this game, but it is one of the, like, I think at Golden Joystick, it was one of the games that was nominated for most anticipated game. I don't know enough about it though. I think I'll probably like it though, you know? Dragons? Rideable dragon? Okay, I'm sold. Boats piloted by multi-person crews for the ocean sections. I think you might have to play this in multiplayer only. Maybe that's why I don't know enough about it. Okay, yeah, so it's the No Man's Sky devs, because I was like, I feel like I've heard of this before. He said something about something being free, and I don't know what that was a reference to. I would like to try it though. I think I would definitely want to demo it though, because even if it is a multiplayer focused game, sometimes those they don't translate to single player that well, even if you technically can't play it in single player. Now, what is this? This looks so cute. Finally a cozy game. Cute. This looks so fun. There's a little spell book and they look like little stickers. So it looks like it's a puzzle game, but you're able to like do spells in the puzzles to like kind of cheat them. Oh, you can make a rock friend. That's cute. There's a demo. Rel, Wrapped Worlds in Troubled Times. Okay, yeah. There's a demo. That's definitely going in the demo dive. Be My Horde also maybe going in the demo dive. There's a demo dive because it's a survivor's like, and I really like a roguelite survivor. Yeah, I really like those. Say no more. You play as the Horde. Wait, that's like a nice twist. That's kind of fun actually. Wait. Available now. Okay, so it's already out. There's actually an update for it. Okay, interesting. So that one's out. Definitely have to check that one out. If there's a demo, we'll play it. If not, I have to look into getting it. But this is a world premiere next. It looks like it might be another... We're in space again. More space. A lot of space. That might be a trend for 2026. Oh, stonks! Space stonks! You know, I'm not even, like, mad about it. Because we had a lot of different, like... I think the best way to call it would be poker roguelites come out this year that were actually really fun. Or, like, poker-adjacent things. And I don't promote gambling or betting or anything like that, but they were really fun. So like stock market roguelite might also be kind of fun. Can you hire a dog? Wait. I would be willing to demo this. I would, because I play the demo on Steam. Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator. Baby trading? Hold on. What about? Come again? Wait, what? What? I don't promote baby trading. Yeah, I would like to demo that, but what was that game? What's that? The demo is out. I feel like this has been on my radar. That's not, I know I was like shocked when I heard that title, but I also think I've heard that title before, you know? Like, I don't think that was the first time I heard of that game, but I can't tell you where. So they're repeating the top list right now. It's making me think that we're maybe gonna finish up soon, because it's 3:40 my time, so I would assume maybe they want to finish in the next 20 minutes here, and we kind of have to go through the whole top 10. I'm gonna split my recordings though, because I do that at the hour mark, and it's the hour mark, and we already saw all these. My email is still going crazy. She's still going. She is still going. Speaking of still going, this list is about to hit our top 10. I'm curious how they're gonna do top 10, if they're just gonna like rapid fire them back to back. So, all right, we're doing number 10, Nio. It's Neo. I always read it as Nio, but it's Neo 3. Look at the cats! Oh my gosh. So this is coming to Steam on February 6th. There was a dedicated live stream for this game at Tokyo Game Show, but I was crashing out during Tokyo Game Show and didn't watch it. I don't know if I want to play this game because I've not played other games in this franchise. I don't think you need to have played them though to play this one. Dark fantasy. I do like a dark fantasy. I do. I don't know. Maybe. We also still have more games. Like, we're still going. They're not just back and forth, rapid firing the top 10. We still have more games. I don't know what this is, but I would possibly demo it because it's pixel art. So sure, why not? What the hell? Sure. Sandworm! Regions of Ruin, Runegate. There's a demo. Okay, yeah, sure. Put it on the list. Put it on the list. Sure. Star Sand Island we have seen before. This is a cozy game. I don't think I have to mute. I think we're okay. I'm curious why they're doing it in widescreen. Curious why we're doing it in widescreen. That's interesting. But yeah, it's a cozy little farming sim. It's exactly what it's Star Sand Island. It's exactly what it sounds like. I plan on playing it barring that they don't end up not using AI, because no, we don't like AI in games. And I do have to mention that now because you would think it's a cozy game. Why would they use AI? Petite Planet did it. So as long as they don't, I've been like, I broke too many times at this point. My heart's been broken. But as long as Star Sand Island doesn't do that, we're good. So they're opening pre-orders soon, which is interesting. Okay. See, this is another Raw Fury game, see? Esoteric Ebb! Wait, I've been waiting for this one. This is one of my anticipated games. We actually talked a little bit about Esoteric Ebb at Endix, actually, I think. Talking about things we've covered recently. Dice rolling mystery adventure, I think they called it. No, this game looks really good. I really like the art style as well. Spring 2026, I think we might have known that. I feel like that might have been something that was announced during Endix. I'm not really sure. Okay, so number 9 on the most wanted list is a co-op. They call it a co-op friendly game. Big Walk. All right, this is the developer who made Untitled Goose Game. I have been following this game to a certain degree, but I think it is fully multiplayer. Like, if you liked Peak, you are going to like this game. The fact that they got the head. This is gonna make sense in a minute or two once they show gameplay footage, but this is like what the character looks like. Just a little bit longer, they say. Yeah, see, it's what the character heads look like. But yeah, this has been in development for a little bit of time now. I don't know if it's releasing 2026. We might still have to wait until 2027, but I'm gonna take this thing off my head now, they say. That's funny. Are we going yeah, we're going straight to 8. Onimusha. Not surprising. Not surprising. I feel like now that we're in the top 10, we're going to get into those big AAA titles that everyone's kind of been talking about. Onimusha is another one that I'm like, do I want to get into it? I'm not sure. I don't think, I think Big Walk was the last indie game we're probably going to be seeing on the list. So yeah. But this is another one where I have not played like the previous games in the franchise. I don't really have like a nostalgia or history with it. This does look pretty good though. And I think there's difficulty settings in this one. I don't remember if it was this one or Ninja Gaiden. I think it was Ninja Gaiden that had the difficulty settings though, so I don't know. We'll see with this one. 2026 though. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Onimusha. Oh yeah. Okay, so next on the list is Resident Evil Requiem. I knew that was gonna show up somewhere, but I was expecting Requiem to be higher on the list. I'm not gonna lie. It's only number 7 on the most wanted, most anticipated list. And this game devoured Gamescom. This was all anyone was talking about. To a lesser degree, a lot of people were talking about it at Tokyo Game Show as well, but during Gamescom, I think everybody was talking about Requiem. So I was expecting it to be higher on the list, but maybe that recency bias sort of wore off a little bit. Because at Gamescom, that was like the first time a lot of people saw the stuff for Requiem, because they didn't really announce it until Summer Game Fest, and the next big event after that was Gamescom. I don't know if I'm gonna play Requiem because I've not played the previous game, and I'm a weenie when it comes to horror games, but that is coming out February 27th. Next we have a world premiere, so buckle up. What is this? Is this another horror game? I think it is. This sounds like a horror game. Oh, it's another boomer shooter type game? Okay. That's the second one we've had with this like vibe today. Interesting. Turn-based adventure, so it's not a boomer shooter. It's more turn-based. Okay. Very old school vibe, that's for sure. Set between the episodes of Dusk. Okay, so this is like, not like a remodel or a remaster, but it's kind of like, and that's probably why it has this vibe. I can't think of the right word for it, but it's like another story in the same world that took place, you know, like it's like that sort of vibe. Dungeons of Dusk. Okay. So does this mean it's just like a fully different genre from whatever it is like remastering, technically? Or re-releasing? Brokia. Dusk RP. So can you play the phone on the website? I don't know. We have another world premiere next. What is this? This definitely looks like it's like a story game. In-engine. All footage is in-engine footage. Enter the Mystic Realm. So is this like a story puzzle game? Or is it just a puzzle game? This looks like it might be still pretty early on because some of the footage, and it is all in-engine, which is very impressive, but it looks like some of it might be a little bit rough still, but maybe that's just the charm of the game. We'll see. The House of... Can't read that. Can't read those letters. Doors open 2026 though. I said this, I keep saying this, I'm really bad at stylized titles. Oh, I thought they were gonna say the name. No, we're going into the next one on the most anticipated. So number 6 then, Control 2 from Remedy. I have not seen this. It's from Remedy, so maybe I have seen it, but like this wasn't on my radar. It looks like a general shooter game though, and again, I don't really play those anymore. It's a sequel as well. I didn't play the first one. This just isn't on my radar. We got another one. Action thriller. Interesting. This isn't even the next on the list. It's a world premiere. Okay. This thing, I think this one's a skip from me. It looks very violent, and they said it was violent. Very high fidelity graphics, it seems like. I'm curious if this is in-engine or not. I think this is gonna be a skip for me though. It just looks like out of my wheelhouse again, which doesn't really surprise me because this is specifically PC gaming, right? And a lot of these like very high fidelity games are like kind of related to PC gaming, so that doesn't surprise me. Samson, a Tindleston story? Yeah, I've not played anything out of that franchise. I'm assuming it's a franchise. Not played anything out of it though. So it's a skip from me. Like I said, I'm here for the cozies. Now, what are you? This also looks like it might be a skip. I don't know. I'm like mildly intrigued by this one. Very high fidelity again. All these high fidelity graphics. Interesting use of the pinwheels for imagery. The Relic First Guardian, early 2026. I don't know about that one. Grand Theft Auto 6 is on here. Okay, interesting. We talked about this at Golden Joystick, and I do want to bring it up again, but I know a lot of people are very excited for your GTA 6. I've not played other GTA games, so it wasn't like on my radar fully. Like I knew about it, obviously, because everyone does, but it wasn't on my radar. And recently Rockstar did lay off a lot of employees, and so it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth still. Again, I said it in Golden Joystick video, but interesting that they're like, it's the PC gaming show, but this isn't coming to PC yet. Again, I mentioned this during Golden Joystick Awards, but heart definitely still goes out to all of the employees that were let go from Rockstar recently, and I hope you either have found a new job already, or you find a new one very, very soon. May 26, 2026. Do we want to take bets on if that date is gonna stick? Because I saw some questions over that date's sticking, especially at post layoffs. You know, they made a comment about it, and I'm not shocked that GTA 6 is on there. A little bit disappointed, but not shocked. And it's because of the layoff thing. It just left a really bad taste in my mouth. Coming soon in an arena shooter. I'm not looking forward to an arena shooter. Splitgate. Oh, is this the one with the Game Awards guy with the hat? Is this that one? No, thank you. If that's the one, no, thank you. I think that was Splitgate. Was it Splitgate? Am I misremembering? I don't think I'm misremembering. It's a skip from me, especially if it's the hat guy from last year. No. I think I'm gonna look this up, actually. I'm curious. Actually, entering beta in May. Was it at the Game Awards last year? I don't remember if it was Game Awards. No, I think it was Summer Game Fest, actually. Yeah, this was the game, the hat guy. Yeah, no, Splitgate, no. No, not in this house. No, thank you. Okay, next is a world premiere. Oh, what is this? Pixels. I love pixels. Oh, wait, this looks creepy, but it's also pixel art. How do you want to be remembered? Oh, I'm already kind of sold. Maybe we're all just pachinko balls bouncing off one another. I'm kind of into this. It looks creepy for sure, but I wouldn't be opposed. I say I'm a weenie, but I still continue to play creepy games. Something about destiny as well. Ooh. What we strive for today is as dust tomorrow, but today is when we live. This is some heavy dialogue. Oh, we're talking about running in the woods. Oh God. Give up, give in. There's nothing left to worry about. And that kid had yellow eyes. Holds R to remember. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. This is gonna be emotional as well, because there's like it looks like there's a hospital bed situation. What is this? No, I need to know. I thought they told you to run. Oh my God. That's terrifying. Fulbright. It's not the game of the game, that's the studio. Okay. Springs Eternal. Okay. That's a 2026 release. All right. Damn. Okay. They don't say anything about a demo, but okay. Definitely going on the wish list. Stranger Than Heaven is next on the most wanted list. It is number 4. Published by Sega of Japan. I do remember this. Yes. Okay, so this was shown off at what's it called? He's doing like a whole act right here, and it's a lot. So this was at the Game Awards last year. Actually, they showed a trailer for it, and something I think I realized later on when we saw another trailer for it, possibly at Summer Game Fest or something, is that while this does take place in like the 1920s or something, some of the language used in this game is definitely like very questionable, and I think it'll end up being a skip for me for that reason. Because it's like, I know it's taking place in a historical time period, and that's just how people talked back then, but that doesn't mean we have to include that type of language in a game releasing in 2026. You know, like, that doesn't mean we have to include it now, you know? They showed that one clip, and I was so scared because I was like, wait, this was like the setup for the clip that but that doesn't, just because that's how people talked historically, doesn't mean we have to do that now, you know? Whoa, premieres next, another world premiere. Oh my god, ew. What is this? Why is everything creepy? Oh, it's a point and click. It's contrary to popular belief, I actually don't like point and clicks that often. I think it goes with me being directionally challenged, is that I just miss things. This looks like it might be like it looks like there might be like a mystery solving aspect as well, though. It's almost kind of like, oh my god, what is it? Urban Myth Dissolution Center. So I might be down to play this. I'd be down to demo it for sure. I'm always down to demo. Not always, but most of the time. Oh my god. Why is everything creepy? Everything's creepy. Ink Blood. Wishlist now. Okay. Oh, it's Critical Reflex. Oh my god. Yeah, it's creepy. There's certain studios where I'm like, yeah, okay. I know this game. Do I know this game? I don't think so, actually. I think I mixed this game up with another one that is like on my anticipated list because it is a little bit of a similar. Away from Home. Is it? No, I think it's Away from Home. December 5th release. Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. Away from Home. I actually demoed that over the summer and it was really good. I think. So what is this from Limited Run? Game footage is from a title under development, they say on the corner of the screen. Damon and Bab. Was that it? I don't know what that said. I totally missed that one. We got pirates now. The pirates are hacking and slashing. I think I might skip the pirates hacking and slashing. Also, I don't like pirate games. I got beef with pirates. It's another bit of me being petty based on a story from my childhood that I don't want to get into because it's going to take a long time to tell. But I don't like pirates. I've tried to play a couple pirate games. Sometimes I make a concession, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's not. This is Windroad. This art is really nice, though. I do have to say that. Like the key art, that I do. Yeah, it's officially been over 2 hours because of the pre-show. Oh, because we're at the top 3 now. Okay, we're going back to back on the top 3. And they're gonna go through the entire list again. I know that they're going through the list, not the entire list, they're going through top 10. I know they're doing it in case you like just tuned in, here's what you missed, but I've been here the whole time. I've been here the whole time. I know more than you. No, I was expecting Requiem to be much higher. I was thinking it would be in top 3, so I'm curious what the top 3 is actually going to be. I would have expected GTA to be higher as well, actually, so that's interesting. No, I would have expected GTA to be higher. Interesting. So what's in the top 3? This one is pretty. What's number 3? Why is it sweet? Haunted Chocolatier. Okay, yeah. All right, I have to agree. We don't have a date for this though. Like at all. This is one of my anticipated games, but I always forget about it, right? Like I love Stardew Valley, but I feel like it's one of those things that you forget about, right? Because I feel like I don't really put a game on my like most wanted or most anticipated list until there is like a release date in sight. So I always forget about this one. No rush, so we don't have a date. Unless they're like gonna be like, surprise, here's a date. No rush, kind of. What does that mean? What does that mean? In development. Okay, so we don't have a date yet. That's fine. But yeah, I just don't put games on my most anticipated list until I have like a window at least. Take your time. I do think it would have, yeah, number 2 on the list is the new James Bond game. But yeah, First Light from IO. Yeah, I feel like I would have preferred if this like concept of the most anticipated games, if we went with games that particularly have a release window in sight. Kind of like with Steam Next Fest, in order to be accepted into Steam Next Fest, as far as I know, the stipulation is that you have to be releasing in the next like 6 months to a year, I think is the stipulation. Because obviously if you're planning on releasing in the next 6 months and you end up having to push your date, they're not going to be like, well, you said. So I think it's like to be included in a Steam Next Fest, you have to be releasing like within the following year. Obviously they're going to prioritize games that are releasing sooner rather than later as well. So I think I would have preferred if they went that route, like games releasing in 2026, here's what you should most be looking forward to. I think I would have preferred if they did it that way, because there is a lot of games on here that don't have solid release dates or are like very early on in development, and I think it would have made more sense, especially if this is the end of the year, to feature games coming out in 2026, or at least planned to come out in 2026. So yes, GTA 6 should be on the list. because right now it is planned to come out in 2026. I'm not sure if it will. I do think they might end up pushing it to early 2027 at this point, just because they keep pushing things, and with the layoffs happening, I wouldn't be surprised. But they're planning for 2026 at this point, so yes, that does count. I think I just would have preferred they do that just to showcase games like, hey, here's what's coming out in the next year, or at least plan to come out in the next year, like how Steam does it for Next Fest. I think that would have made more sense. I still have no gripes with PC Gamer's show, but I think it would have made more sense to do the most wanted list that way. Just a personal opinion. But yeah, this game's coming out March 27th. So yeah, this game should be on the list. I just think it would have made more sense, as well as Steam does it the way they do in order to showcase games coming out soon and all that. Like, it's to show off the games that are coming out soon and like are known to be coming out soon, especially because Next Fest caters to indie games usually. But I just think it would have made more sense, quite frankly. So we're going on to number 1 then. And if it's not a game coming out in 2026, even 2027, I might be a little bit upset. So what's number 1? I'm curious. Slay the Spire 2. Okay, you know what? It's an indie game. I'll take it. I do think this is also slated for 2026, so I'm okay with that. Like, as excited as I am for something like the Haunted Chocolatier as well, I don't think it should have been on this list. There's other games as well that didn't have like even gameplay footage to show. I don't think they should be on this list. Slay the Spire though? Yeah, put it on the list. Give me that. The little plushie. Oh, their studio looks so cozy. That's nice. I will say I've only played a little bit of Slay the Spire 1, but when 2 comes out, I obviously do plan on picking it up. 1 released like before it was another one of those indie games that released before I really got into covering indie games, so I played a little bit of it, but like I don't own it. I played like a friend's copy, you know, but I did like what I played. And so like, yes, I'm excited for Slay the Spire 2. It's another one of those games that is probably on my most anticipated list as well, but I always forget about it being on there. Not the Hyrule lore realistic history books holding up the monitor. That feels so real. I think they just hinted at multiplayer. I think they might have just hinted at multiplayer. Is that like a known thing? Because they said if you said that, hold on. They said that you might have some friends who can help you. I think they might have just hinted at multiplayer. Am I being facetious about that? I don't think so. Because it goes back to, don't release a sequel to a game or like a remaster of a game just to release the remaster unless like you have something you want or need to add to it. I mean, releasing 2 and being like, surprise, you can do 2-player, because it's also Slay the Spire 2. Now you can play with 2-player. I feel like that would make sense. Also, Slay the Spire 1 might already have multiplayer. The timeline is a new mechanic, and they're giving more information about they're doing world building. Hell yeah. World building. They're talking about all the cards that they've cut from the final version of the game. I would love if they released all those cards in a DLC. That would be so fun, actually. Call it like chaos mode. Now you have 200 cards to figure out how to use. If nothing else, that'd be a really funny idea for like an April Fool's prank. Just saying. Be like, hey, it's April 1st, surprise, we're releasing a DLC with all 200 cards in it. JK, it's just an April Fool's joke. Like, I feel like that could be fun and cute for marketing. There's a pet hand. One of them has a pet hand. That's so cute. I love the little guy. I don't even care that that's like a harder class to play. I will be playing with the lady with the hand. What a cute keyboard. I'm getting distracted. Oh my god, are those my glasses? Wait a minute. No, mine are a little, okay, I think mine are a little bit bigger. Never mind. The frames are a bit bigger on mine. Never mind. Love your glasses though, girl. I thought they were mine for a second. I want that sweater. I'm getting so distracted. Mushroom! The whole thing I've been saying this whole time about like releasing a second game or a remaster and making it like its own distinct game, like having a reason to release another version of the game. And it seems like they're even talking about this as well, which is like, yes, this is something you should be considering if you're going to release a sequel or something like that. Like, do you need to? Is there a reason? Is there a reason that's not just like cash grab, you know? And it seems like, yes, there is in case of Slay the Spire, which I very much appreciate. They called Slay the Spire chicken noodle soup. It's not exciting, but it's like a classic, and that they hope people enjoy their soup. And you know what? I kind of love that analogy. I love a good soup. And Slay the Spire, it's good soup. All right. Okay, so the PC Gamer link will take you directly to the Steam page, I think is what they mentioned. So we will be doing the Steam dive and possibly the survey after, but I want to go through the games on Steam first and do the AI check and everything first, because that's really gonna be like, how do you feel about our showcase? If like half the games use generative AI, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this sucked. But if none of them did, then we're good. I don't know if they're gonna one more thing us. All right, I don't think we're getting one more thing. I think that might be it. When credits roll, we'll start the outro. That's really bit-ratey. I think that's the like B-roll of like the B cut of things that didn't make it. Okay, so yeah, credits are rolling. We're good. So They're talking, so I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. That was PC Gamer's Most Wanted. So this is the beginning of all of the Game Awards stuff. We kind of started a little bit early with Endix, but this is the like official start. From here, next week, we have a bunch of showcases we're gonna be technically co-streaming and all that jazz once again. So this is only the beginning. I will be doing a Steam dive just so we can go in and check everything, and the Steam dive will also probably include the little survey, so we'll do all that there because I'm gonna have to do it in a separate video. We've been here for 3 hours, just about. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you once again to the Streamers Connected and PC Gamer teams for having me as a co-streamer yet again. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. Also, make sure to check the description down below to check out the Steam page for PC Gamer's Most Wanted, or go to the link in the video. I do want to point out, because they're doing it in the V cut here, the sentient AI was voiced by a person, because they totally went like they had voice from them. Like you can see it kinda. So that's already a plus for PC Gamer, but make sure to check out the full showcase link as well as the Steam page down below. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!